I don't know why it matches me against these people. It's not. It's just what I have to deal with.
Yes.
I can't get back to freaking. Every time I'm about to rank up, it matches me against people 200 MMR above me, which is
It's because
stupid.
you need to scout and get good. Okay. So.
Ah. So I've been struggling versus the ZvZs,
Yes.
and I don't know if this is like an indicator of me actually climbing out of my ZvZ rut, or if this is just an outlier. So it'll be good for me to watch this video again.
All of StarCraft feels like an outlier sometimes because it's like,
Yeah,
you could win like everything, every match in a day, and like kick ass and macro and micro and blah blah. And the next day it's like, oh, you know, doing all the same things, you just got fucking wrecked though.
well, that's how it felt. That's how
Well,
it felt in the ZVTs about a week ago.
yeah.
I lost 8 ZVTs in a row, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm gonna. I was already bane busting every ZVT, and then like and had done that in the last like 8 in a row, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna bane bust. Oh, this sucks. I got lucky lings.
Yeah, your two lings just beat his two lings, and you didn't lose a single one.
Yep, and then I just my 6 lings just killed his 6 drones on top of that, which isn't supposed to happen. And then they almost killed his queen too.
Yeah.
And they would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for
how fucking good queens are.
I know, because the 4 lings were like, we're not going over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd lost. I was bane busting, 8 Terran, lost against them, and I'm like, well, fuck this. I'm gonna bane bust like the next 8 Terran, and just buckle down, and then lost against them, and then I'm like, okay, fuck this, and then bane busted like the next 8 Terran and won like all 8 games, and then ever since then I haven't lost a single one. Except for 2, I think. But that's the problem, is like, I don't know. It's kind of like TOR. It's like, are we playing shitty people? And it's like 2v2s. Are we playing shitty people, or did we get better? And that's what people on the forums don't fucking understand. That's all I want. Is I want... All I want to know... that's why I want my fucking MMR to stay the same. When I'm getting higher MMR, I want to keep playing people with my same MMR. I don't want to suddenly fucking play someone 200 MMR higher and then lose. Like, that doesn't help me. So I thought an attack was imminent, which I was right. Here he comes. In ZvZs, it's been putting mass overloads everywhere. This game is a lot of mind games between us. Just lots of ZvZs have been a lot of mind games. I've lost so many ZvZs. And ZvZs used to be the ones that I like won every single one. He doesn't want to come in. He comes in anyway and loses like none. And I didn't hear it, which is why nothing goes over there. It didn't tell me. So I'm like, okay. Thankfully I only lost like McQueen, like a drone or 2. So, and thankfully he didn't come in with his Banes. In fact, if he had come in with those Banes, that would have been horrible. It probably would have been the end of the game right there. Here's the weird thing too. Oh, he just transferred. He was 23 out of 16. He needs like an Estinio lecture about getting his 3rd, because even though the risk was really high, I'm like, I'm gonna get my 3rd and he's just gonna trounce me, because that's usually what happens. But I'm like, but if I don't get my 3rd, I'm gonna get.
Well, if if you really thought, or if you really like every time you get attacked, you could just have your army like right here, because you have
Yeah.
the spines in the front already.
Yes, which is why I did that.
Yeah,
Um,
but well, yeah. So you have that so that if they run by,
yep.
then you have something there, but then you don't really have anything to defend your third. So
Yeah, and the other thing I've been doing on some of my games is I'll do like half blocks with like Evo chambers and shit, and do like Evo chamber spine to at least slow them down.
Yeah, that's a super fun thing to do, especially if you put like queens in there and you full hard wall it off.
Yep. Yeah, I've been doing that too.
Yeah,
I do like a queen spine.
yeah, but for something like your third, if you need to defend run bys, then you can just have it either here, or you could have it directly here, which would be kind of funny because then you can just run right in, you just be right there. But if he does run by, then you can just be halfway in between.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I know it's like a psychology thing, but I do a lot better than that on the other side.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I do amazing. I don't show you any of the replays, but like I'll have like 5 spore spine there, 5 spore spine there, 5 spore spine there, and I believe I won the match. It was a ZVT. It was just an absolute knockdown, drag out, 23+ minute match between me and a Terran just beating the living shit out of each other. And he shoved into it, and I think it was his like Hydra Brood or something. Oh no, I lost that one. I had Broods and he had Hydras. I was so fucking pissed. Hydra attack speed is so fucking fast.
I know.
That they can kill the Broods, kill the Broodlings, and get up under the Broods. If you don't have enough Broods.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that stinker. And so I'm like, oh, he's only got like 6. He's only got like 6 roaches. So I don't attack. I don't do like Broods and ZvZ anymore because they can just tech switch to Hydras, and
so
unless I can get 1,000,000 of them.
Unless you can get 1,000,000 Banes. Banes are like my favorite thing in the game to kill Hydras. Like, Liberators are good, but they don't do splash.
Oh,
so
damn, but that's right.
Goodness.
Here's the shitty thing. I didn't hear this, but I saw it.
Yeah.
And then my brain is like, no way. And I'm like, really, brain? And it's like, yeah, no, you're fine, you're awesome. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I just heard that. And it's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're attacking me right now. And it's like, no, I did not. And I'm like, I can see them. And it's like, oh, those. And I'm like, yeah, those. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, we'll take care of those. And I'm like,
yeah.
Why aren't you helping?
yeah.
Like,
awesome. Wow.
Like, why aren't we on the same team? So that is the incorrect number of roaches. Oh, the other great thing to prevent Ling run bys too is just roach queen.
Yeah.
And you can tell from the battle damage that stops. I can't remember where in here, but it's at some point in there he tries to do it, and then he tries to float his overlord over there to do a nidus, and I'm like, no, I'm not having any of that. So I've been practicing defensive lurkers, but I've been losing a lot of my defensive lurker games. And so I've been doing offensive lurker leapfrogging like crazy, and that's actually how I've been winning a lot of my games.
Yeah.
And
You did a game or two of lurker fungal. Yeah, didn't you?
I did. The problem is though, is like if it diverts my attention for even like literally like a split second, I can't have it. I have to, and maybe eventually I'll get good and be able to do both. But with how fast they can kill lurkers, if I slip by even a second, what I really need to do is get swarms and run by. But actually, I wanted to see how much damage that run by did.
Oh, they're dropper lords.
Yeah, he is a stinker.
But he wanted to drop bans on your hydras.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's really disgusting. Oh, gee, really? Oh, whatever. What a stinker.
He must not have been able to do anything about the run by. He couldn't divert anything to the run by. I knew his main was just gonna be dead.
Yeah, and he never got a third too. So
I noticed that, and I had ran by several times, checking to make sure I was ready to hit it the second that he tried to grab it.
And that's kind of my point with like the third is like you're really good, but like imagine like you do this, and if you defend it, or if you're building this and he attacks it, and you can defend it from here, then good. But imagine you do that and like he doesn't attack as he didn't. Now you have this and you can just run it. But like him, if he's like, oh, like he just kills that every time, then but like he doesn't want to defend it, then like he never had it in the first place. So.
Oh yeah, I know. Then they get to just build up a giant army, and they never have to try to sack anything.
Well, he builds up a big army on 2 bases.
No, I mean like if he doesn't ever have to go harass bases or anything, that he can just like, I don't have to harass any bases because that dummy never made any more bases.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I made my third, and I got my third going, and then even the fourth, and you can see that those are all rallied and waypoint burrow lurker did.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and you did a ling run by to your fourth, but then you had the defensive lurker. So yeah.
Holy shit! Awesome. Good.
Because you see that lurker has 7 kills.
Yeah, I didn't get to see any. I just assumed that he was gonna do that because that's what I would do. But yeah, even one lurker. Now, if those were roaches, like roach run bys are ugly, but ling run like a lurker can stop any amount of ling run by.
Yeah, lurkers do pretty 33 damage to armored. Still, something that I always will say is lurkers should do bonus to light, not bonus to armored.
Oh, I know. I've lost multiple games where I had decent, not fully upgraded, but decent ultras, and lost them into mediocre sized lurker balls. Which is incredibly frustrating. That's the same reason why I don't bother to go fungal. Because there's other ways where if I'm focused, there's other ways I can kill them. And yes, there's multiple ways of killing them. It's one of those things where it's like, if I'm good at killing them one way, I'm gonna work on like one way at a time. Until I get good. I get good at each way. But ultras, it's horrible. It's horrible because the only way is if you have them fully upgraded, and then if they can like cleave off of something else, and then they'll destroy the lurkers. But otherwise, if the lurkers are fanned, oh my gosh, like one volley kills your entire ultra, or two volleys kill your entire ultra thing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fuck you. Like I had spent. Like, do you know how long it took to get those? Do you know how expensive those were? And
Yep.
give me something like that for Sky Toss. Oh wait, like, so I don't know. It's another one of those things they need to balance out. Lurkers were never meant as versus heavy armored.
Yeah, exactly.
There was no, we never asked for that. It was always for, Marines and Lings and
Marines, Lings,
Zealots.
and yeah.
Hydras and stuff.
You might at this point you might not even remember this, but like somewhat early against lurkers, I talked about that so much where I'm like, this is ridiculous, because I obviously only played Protoss at the time, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like they do so much damage to everything, but they do bonus to armor, and like shouldn't they only be versus light, or not only, but bonus versus light? And you were telling me like, no, like shouldn't be that way or something. I'm like what the fuck?
Well, probably. I mean, if anything, here's the reasoning. Because probably, if anything, they don't even need to be bonus versus light. They might not really need to be bonus versus anything. Like, if that makes sense.
Maybe, but I wouldn't mind that, but I think people would freak out about that a little more.
Yeah, well, they can if they really want to, we can make it to where they're only bonus versus Marines.
Yeah. That would make people freak out slightly less, and some would freak out slightly more.
My cat just stepped on the keyboard, and the game said "Nidus detected." Where were you when I was getting attacked by it? Huh, little guy?
Yeah.
He says, I don't know. Alright, so GG's on this one. And he put in work. This guy put in work. So I give him a 10 out of 20, because he didn't build his third. But I wouldn't deduct points from this guy, because he put in a lot of work. Burrow Roaches, oh my gosh, and all the attacks that he tried to do, and the run-bys and the Nidus, and holy cow, this guy deserves
yeah. I don't know if I would deduct points from him, because I don't think he should be too much lower than Platinum, but definitely wouldn't give him too many points, because he would be getting wrecked Diamond and up, or even high Platinum, just because when people learn how to defend things like Burrow Roaches, which isn't obviously that hard, then his 2-base strat sucks, and he's gonna freak out and be like, what do I do? I lost. I don't know. I can't understand this.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So I definitely would not be demoting him.
Yeah. I wouldn't be demoting him or promoting him.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave him where he is.
Yep. Yep. Okie doke.